I didn't move into his house to fall in love. I moved in because my life had already fallen apart. My parents said it was temporary, just the summer, just until things calmed down. So I packed one suitcase and took the bus to my best friend's place. I thought the hardest part would be leaving home. I was wrong. When the door opened, I expected to see Ryan first. Instead, I saw him, tall, calm, quiet in a way that made the hallway feel smaller. Ryan's father. He looked older than I remembered, but not tired, just controlled, like a man who learned how to hide things well. "You must be Lucas," he said. His voice was low, steady. I nodded. "Yes, sir." He took my suitcase before I could stop him. "You can call me Mark." I followed him inside, my heart beating faster for no reason I could explain. Dinner was awkward. Ryan talked nonstop, laughing, telling stories. Mark listened more than he spoke. Every time I looked up, his eyes were already on me. Not staring, just noticing. I told myself I was imagining it. Later that night, Ryan went out with friends. Mark and I were alone. The house felt too quiet. He poured me a glass of water, his hand brushing mine by accident. Or maybe not an accident. "Make yourself comfortable," he said. I smiled. "Thank you for letting me stay." He hesitated. "This is your home for now," he replied. Something in his voice sounded heavier than the words. I went to my room early. The bed was unfamiliar. The ceiling fan hummed softly. I stared at the dark, trying not to think about the way his eyes lingered on me during dinner, trying not to think about how safe I felt when he spoke. Then I heard footsteps, slow, careful. They stopped outside my door. My breath caught, a pause, and then his voice, quiet, almost unsure. "Lucas." I sat up in bed. "Yes." Another pause. I just wanted to say, "Good night." I waited for him to leave. He didn't say anything else, but he didn't walk away either. And for the first time that night, I understood something terrifying. This summer wasn't going to be simple. I didn't sleep much that night, not because of noise, not because of the new bed, because every time I closed my eyes, I remembered his voice outside my door. "Good night," just 2 words, but they stayed with me. Morning came quietly. Sunlight crept through the curtains like nothing strange had happened. I told myself yesterday meant nothing. Adults were kind. Parents were protective. That was all. Ryan was already gone when I went downstairs. A note on the counter said he'd be out all day. Mark stood by the sink, sleeves rolled up, making coffee. "Morning," he said. His voice was normal. Too normal. "Morning," I replied. Our eyes met for half a second longer than necessary. Then he looked away. We spent the morning fixing things around the house. A loose shelf, a stuck door, small tasks that didn't need 2 people. Yet neither of us suggested stopping. At one point, I held the ladder while he reached above me. I could feel his presence behind me, close enough to notice his breathing. "Careful," he said softly. My hands tightened around the ladder. "I am," but my heart was racing. At lunch, we sat across from each other. The table felt too big. He asked about my plans, my family, my future. No one had asked me those things in a long time. "You can stay longer if you need," he said carefully. "Ryan won't mind." I hesitated. "Would you?" He didn't answer right away. "I want you to feel safe," he said instead. That word again. Safe. That evening, he mentioned someone from work. "James invited me out," he said almost casually. I nodded. "That's nice." But something twisted in my chest. I hated myself for it. I had no right to feel that way. He didn't go. The sky darkened, and rain started suddenly. He stood by the window watching it fall. "Storm like this makes driving dangerous," he said. Then he glanced at me, as if checking my reaction. The power went out with a soft click. The house fell into darkness. I froze. "It's okay," he said quickly. "I'll get candles." When he came back, the flickering light softened his face, made him look closer, real. We sat in the living room, shadows dancing on the walls. I shouldn't be feeling this, he said suddenly. My heart skipped. Feeling what? I asked. He looked at me, really looked at me, and for the first time he didn't hide it. Conflicted. Silence stretched between us. The rain hit the roof harder. My breath felt shallow. He leaned forward slightly. Not enough to touch. Not enough to pull away. If this ever crosses a line, he said quietly, I need you to tell me. I swallowed. What if you're the one crossing it? His jaw tightened. The candle flickered, and for one dangerous second I thought he might lean in. He stood up abruptly. This can't happen, he said, and walked away, leaving me alone in the dark. Heart pounding, knowing something had already changed. After that night, everything felt different. Not louder, not obvious, just fragile. Like one wrong move could break something neither of us knew how to fix. Mark avoided me, not completely, but enough that I noticed. He left early in the mornings, came home late. When we crossed paths, he kept conversations short, polite, controlled. It hurt more than I expected. Ryan came back that weekend. The house was filled with noise again. Laughter, music, life. From the outside, everything looked normal. But every time Ryan joked with his father, I felt the weight of what he didn't know. And every time Mark looked at his son, guilt crossed his face like a shadow. One evening, Ryan fell asleep on the couch. A movie is still playing softly. Mark muted the TV. Let him sleep, he said. I nodded. We stood there in silence, watching Ryan breathe evenly. Then Mark spoke, barely above a whisper. He trusts me. My chest tightened. I know. Later that night, I found Mark in the kitchen. He was sitting at the table, hands clasped, staring at nothing. You okay? I asked. He looked up, surprised. I was hoping you wouldn't come in here, he said honestly. I didn't move. Why? Because I'm not thinking clearly. I sat across from him. The distance between us felt smaller than it should have. I don't want to make this harder for you, I said. He laughed quietly. You already have. Not cruel, not angry, just truthful. He stood and walked to the sink, ran water, didn't wash anything. I keep telling myself this is just a concern, he said, that you're young, that you need stability. He turned to face me. But that's not all it is. My heart pounded. Then what is it? I asked. He took a step closer, then another, close enough that I could feel his warmth. This is the part where I should walk away, he said. I didn't answer, didn't move. Neither did he. His hand lifted slightly, stopped midair. I looked up at him. Our faces were inches apart, breathing slowly, careful. Time felt suspended. If I cross this line, he whispered, I won't be able to undo it. My voice came out quiet. Then don't. He closed his eyes. For one terrifying second, I thought he might kiss me. Instead, he dropped his hand, stepped back. This can never happen, he said, voice tight, and walked out of the kitchen. I stayed there long after he was gone, because even though nothing happened, everything was already had. After that night, Mark tried harder. Harder to be distant. Harder to be normal. But distance doesn't erase feelings. It only makes them louder. He spoke to me less. Short answers. Careful words. But his eyes gave him away. They followed me when he thought I wasn't looking. They softened when I laughed. They darkened when someone else had my attention. And I noticed something worse. So did Ryan. You okay? Ryan asked one afternoon. I was on my phone. Mark was in the kitchen. Yeah, I said too quickly. Ryan frowned. You and my dad are weird lately. My heart skipped. We're fine, I said, but Mark froze, just for a second. Enough for Ryan to notice. That night, Mark knocked on my door. Not softly this time. I opened it, my pulse racing. We need to talk, he said. His voice wasn't calm. It was strained. We went outside to the back porch. The air was cool, quiet, safe from listening ears. This has to stop, he said. I know, I replied. Silence fell between us. Then he looked at me, really looked at me. And yet every time I think about pushing you away, he said, I feel like I'm lying to myself. My chest tightened. I don't want to be the reason you hate yourself, I whispered. He stepped closer. You're not. For a moment, neither of us moved. Then he reached out. Not my face, my hand. His fingers wrapped around mine, trembling. This is wrong, he said. I know, but neither of us let go. He leaned in slowly, as if giving me time to stop him. I didn't. Our lips met, gentle, unsure, brief. But it was real, too real. When we pulled apart, his breath was unsteady. We can't do that again, he said. I nodded, even though we both knew we were lying. Behind us, a floorboard creaked. I turned sharply. Someone was standing just inside the doorway. Not Ryan, someone else. Eyes wide, breath caught. And in that instant, I knew the secret we were carrying was no longer ours alone. I didn't sleep that night. Every sound felt louder. Every shadow felt like it was watching me. Someone new. That was the only thing I could think about. Morning came too fast. Ryan was unusually quiet at breakfast. No jokes, no phone, just silence. Mark barely touched his coffee. No one looked at anyone. The house felt tight, like it was holding its breath. It happened in the afternoon. Ryan called his father into the living room. I need to ask you something, he said. His voice wasn't angry. That scared me more. Mark glanced at me once. Just once. Then nodded. Okay. I saw you last night, Ryan said. My heart stopped. Mark didn't speak. Ryan swallowed hard. I saw you holding his hand. Silence exploded. I didn't want to believe it, Ryan continued. So tell me I'm wrong. Mark opened his mouth, closed it again, then said quietly, You're not wrong. Ryan laughed, sharp, broken. You're my father. Mark's voice cracked. I know. You let him live here, Ryan said. You looked at him every day. I tried to stop it, Mark replied. I swear I did. Ryan turned to me. You, he said, not yelling, not whispering, just hurt. Was any of this real to you? Tears burned my eyes. Yes, I said. That was all it took. Ryan stepped back. Get out, he said. I froze. Please, Mark said. This is on me. No, Ryan snapped. This is on both of you. He looked at his father. I trusted you more than anyone. That was the moment Mark broke. I love him, he said. The room went dead silent. Ryan stared at him like he was a stranger. Then he nodded slowly. Then you've already chosen. I packed my things in silence. Mark stood in the doorway of my room. He didn't try to stop me. That hurt more than anything. I'm sorry, he said. So am I replied, and meant it. I left before sunset. Didn't look back. Didn't let myself hope. Because some love stories don't end with holding on. They end with letting go. That night, my phone buzzed. One message. From Mark. I can't live pretending this didn't change me. I didn't reply to his message right away. Not because I didn't want to, because I was afraid of what would happen if I did. Some doors don't just open. They change everything behind them. We met 2 days later. Not at the house. Not anywhere familiar. A quiet cafe on the edge of town. He was already there when I arrived. Sitting alone. Older than I remembered. Not in years, but in weight. Thank you for coming, he said. I sat across from him. For a moment, neither of us spoke. I lost my son, he said finally. Not blaming. Not dramatic. Just truth. He won't answer my calls, he continued. I don't know if he ever will. My chest tightened. I never wanted that, I whispered. I know, he said, and that somehow hurt more. He looked at me, the same way he always had. Careful, honest, full of things he never said out loud. I love you, he said. No hesitation this time. No fear. Just the truth. I closed my eyes. Because hearing it felt like relief and pain at the same time. But love isn't enough, he continued quietly. And it doesn't give us permission. I opened my eyes. He reached across the table, not to touch me, but close enough that I felt the warmth. If I choose you, he said, I lost my son forever. Tears filled my eyes. And if you choose him, I said, you lose yourself. He nodded. That's the choice. We sat there for a long time. No anger, no arguments. Just two people who finally understood each other completely. I don't regret you, he said. Neither do I replied. I left town a week later. Started over. New job. New city. Time passed. Life moved forward. But some feelings don't disappear. They just settle quietly inside you. Years later, I ran into him by accident. An older version of the same man. Tired. Softer. He smiled when he saw me. A real smile. We didn't hug. Didn't need to. I heard from Ryan, he said. We're trying. I nodded. I'm glad. He looked at me one last time. If I had met you later, he said softly, I would have chosen you. I believed him. That was enough. Some love stories don't end together. They end honestly. And sometimes, that's the bravest ending of all.